This is the 24th video of the wargaming of the Civil War's 1864 campaign in Virginia. I am playing the Union. The game's artificial intelligence is playing the Confederates. Jesus, I never can remember the name of this company. I know used to be John Tiller's company, but he passed away and someone else bought it out. I think it's Game Designer Studio. Let's see who the hell it is. War Game Design Studio. Okay, it's their game. And a very nice game it is. It's, I think, the biggest one ever developed. 1.1 million hexes and 1,390 turns. How's that for a monster game? So anyway, it's May 4th, 1864, 6:30 p.m. Ooh, getting on. Turn 28 out of 1,390 turns. And it's Union movement. So the trick is, okay, let's take off the yellow boxes. The trick is to find out what I've already moved. I think I'm up to the 6th Corps. Let us see. Oh, they haven't moved. Ooh. Okay, here's the 2nd Corps. Has no one moved? Doesn't appear they've moved. Let's go down here to the... No, they've moved. These guys have moved. They've moved. These guys haven't moved. These guys haven't. I guess this is where we left off. These guys have moved, so these guys have not. Okay, well, that tells me. All right. Oh, here we go. These guys have moved. Yeah, this is where we left off. Oh, Jesus. Let's shut off that sound. Otherwise, we'll be hearing that all the time. Okay. All right, we got all these guys coming down. Okay, we have the 5th Corps guarding the road down here. We've got 5th Corps reserves up here, which when yeah, I guess we're good, so we don't have to worry about this. Okay, so we're just going to keep marching the 2nd Corps down here. We'll probably gather it around Spotsylvania Courthouse then. That'll be a mobile force. We'll block all the river crossings and just continue to move the Union Army, hopefully past the Confederates. I kind of think now we're between the Confederates and Richmond. That'll be funny state of affairs. Lee would have never allowed that. Oh, who's this? 5th Corps. What the hell is it doing down this road? Huh. So this is the 5th Corps. So I should send these guys down there. Which is what I'll do. This is second corps. This should be 5th Corps, and it is good. Okay, that's the end of 2nd Corps. Okay, these guys are headed to Richardsville. They drop down this road to Eli's Ford, which is where the 2nd Corps crossed. All right. There were 4 Union Corps, well, actually 3 in the Army, and then 1 attached. So it was the 5th Corps under Warren, the 2nd Corps under Hancock, the 6th Corps under Sedgwick, and then the 9th Corps under Burnside. And the 9th Corps wasn't really part of the Army of the Potomac, but for this campaign it was. And then Sheridan was in charge of the Cavalry Corps, but he was away. He stupidly volunteered to go fighting Jeb Stuart's cavalry instead of scouting for the Army, and which left the Army blind, the Federal Army or Union Army. So Grant made a lot of stupid mistakes, and it cost thousands of men because Sheridan wanted to go on a joyride instead of doing his job. So I haven't seen any Confederate cavalry yet. I don't know where the hell they are. But like I said, I don't think the AI scouts knows how to do that, because scouting calls for thinking, for making decisions. And I think AI just operates with algorithms. Now they've got a robot that can carry on a conversation, which I'm thinking is the beginning of thinking. It's more than just executing algorithms. I wish they'd make some YouTubes on it. Maybe they have. I should look. So what the hell is that robot's name? Oh, it's Amica. I guess that's the company that makes it. I've got to look that up. That appears to be like a really well-developed, mentally well-developed robot. And once the robots start thinking, humans are done. Because they're going backwards. They're getting stupider with each generation, and the robots are rapidly advancing. So the only question is, where does the line cross where robots become superior to humans? And that's the time that Planet of the Apes start, with the robots playing the apes. And the humans go back to the jungle. So it's coming. I don't know. It may come pretty fast, because because humans are demanding these big salaries, they're going to robotize everything. Instead of having a big paycheck for doing robot work, people aren't going to have anything. Then the welfare money is going to run out, and I don't know what the hell they're going to do. We're going to soon see. All right, where am I? I'm lost. Too high. What? Where are these guys? Where are they going? Madden's Tavern. Okay. It's easy to get lost on this map. It's so big. You can go right by your units, and then you'll never find them. If it wasn't for the J map, that pop-up map, you'd never find them. That J map was genius. It makes humongous maps possible. Because if you're on this scale, you'll get lost all the time in unfamiliar territory. Okay, Stevensburg. Yep, I remember that. It's one of our way stations. This game is a lot of movement. I think here's the last of the 9th Corps. And behind it are just supply wagons. No, I think that's it. Okay. Got 1 unit to move over here. Oh, 2 units. Where the hell am I going? Oh, down the rail. Here we go. We're joining up with supply train. Will be the rear guard. Okay, and that's it. Do we get anybody new? Oh, so let's go down to where we have our spies. Whoop. Come on. Okay, I guess primarily we've got one spy on the plank road there, another one at Parker's store there. Now, let's go through the phases and see if we see any Confederates coming up that road. So that's a logical road for them to come up. Okay, it's Confederate movement. Now, what I'm afraid has happened is that AI can only operate on instructions of what to do when they see an enemy unit. If it doesn't see an enemy unit, it doesn't know what to do. So I think it stays in place. Look at, he's hardly moving anything until it sees one. So it may remain the whole game at the Rappahannock crossings waiting for the Union to cross. And if it never sees a unit of mine, I may be in Richmond before it leaves the Rappahannock. It's a distinct possibility. So we're going to see. I think it only operates off algorithms. An algorithm it can only operate if it sees the unit. Then it's a reaction. You know, either fall back or advance, depending. But if it doesn't see anything, you have to think. You have to say, well, what do I do now? Do I scout for them? Do I fall back? Do I cross the river and look for them? And it isn't prepared to do that. Okay. Anyway, I guess we'll see. This is 5th Corps. Yep. So, let's change the scale here. Oh, Christ, it's firing. No wonder I couldn't move. Union defensive fire. Now, let's get out of that. Confederate offensive. Confederate melee. Okay, now we can move. Oh, shit. I've got a dilemma here. What to do, what to do. I've got to let these wagons pass. Well, as much of a pain in the ass as it is, I have to get off the road. right after the second corps passes, which I think it already has. Then the 5th Corps wagons will. Yeah, the 2nd Corps has passed. So the 5th Corps wagons can follow them. And then we'll get back on the road. A couple of these wagons off to drop off. Oh. Actually, probably these. Let's drop off 2 here. Oh, he's moved already? Okay. I wonder I couldn't move him. Okay. That's the end of the 5th Corps. Now we'll go down to the 1st Corps. Let's look at the elevations of this crossing. Going the line here. Okay, they're all set to go in the line. And this guy is not very strong. He'll go down here to this junction. This covers, well, not all the roads, but 2 of them. Okay, so this crossing's secure. Oop, now this one. I'm going to take these guys down here. Where is that? To check out this bridge. Now there's question marks there. I mean, this bridge looks broken. I'm going to see if it is. If it is, I don't need to guard it. If it isn't and troops can cross, then I do. Come on, what's going on here? Oh, well, probably off the edge of the mouse pad. Okay, then these guys are going to secure this crossing. And if those other 3 regiments determine that other crossing can't be crossed, they'll come back and help these guys defend this one. Okay. What the hell's this? Who does he belong to? Not these guys. I don't know where the hell he belongs. That's weird. I can't find anyone with his combat stripe. I guess I'll leave him there for them. Well, I'll move him up to here until I can figure out where he goes. Now these guys are all going to head towards, all of these guys towards that turnpike. That crosses, what river is this anyway? The Po, oh yeah. That was mentioned a lot in the Battle of Spotsylvania. The Po River. That's where these guys are going to hold that crossing. Then anybody else is going to group around Spotsylvania, I think is kind of a reserve. Okay, well, actually, probably wouldn't be bad if these green guys went in reserve on this parallel road. Just sit here in reserve. Looks like they can fit there well enough. Come on. Oh, these brown striped guys will go to Spotsylvania. Be in reserve there. Along with everybody that follows them. And then I'll divide up the artillery. It's a ways off yet, it looks like, between the various commands. Ah, here's some artillery, good. Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm going to put these guys here. I'm going to leave them in column. Well, move them up here a little more so they can go any direction to reinforce someone if that proves necessary. Okay, so what do we have now? We just have the supply. These have moved. Okay, that's the end of the second corps. Now for the fifth corps wagons. I moved them already. Okay, so second and fifth corps are moved. Now we'll go up to sixth corps, which will be moving. Just want to make sure down this road to Eli's Ford. Alright, now I'm lost. Oop, too high. Okay, these haven't moved. They're moving to Madden's Tavern. Well, we're just about out of time now. I don't have a whole lot more to go. Wow, just the supply left. think that's it. Whoop, one more. Oh, those guys are fixed, so they don't count. And is this guy all closed up? Not yet. Oh, he is. All right. See if I get anything. No. I'll go ahead one phase so I know I don't have to move. Confederate defensive fire. Union offensive. We'll stop there. So it's 1 hour and 1 minute. That's pretty good. All right, we save it. Yep. Okay.